Who's calling it? Who's calling it? Who's calling it? Who's calling it? Who? Yeah. OVO Sound 2025. Who's calling it?
Let's bring out the starters.
Oh, man, this should be fun tonight. These teams love to let it fly from deep.
Oh, both these teams live and die by the three-pointer. If they're both on, we'll have a really high-scoring game. But if not, we might have enough bricks for houses at both ends.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. White and Brown team up as the backcourt. And it's Hauser in at the 3. Pass to Iguodaro. Some nice ball movement by Phoenix. Back to Booker. They set the pick. Fires the 3. Rebound Boston. Their last game, a win against the Suns. Looking to carry it into this one.
They were allowed to ramp up their offense as the defense they faced was barely present.
Yeah, they didn't play down to the level of their opponent. That's not an easy thing to pull off, but they certainly were focused in this one.
Now here's Booker. He's coming off a 40-point game against the Celtics in Boston.
And he really cashed in at the line. A big chunk of his points came from free throws.
Yeah, a play like that is beautiful to watch. Booker running the pick and roll almost to perfection.
And it's the Celtics ball. Last time they met in Boston.
They really threw their weight around last time. They got to the free throw line a lot, and it helped secure the win.
When a defense is under attack like that, it can get into their head and break their will. I think that's exactly what we saw.
2 on the clock. Tatum from long range. They grab their own miss. Queta, no good.
Well, that is a nice challenge at the rim. Really altered that shot.
Outside, Green. Right side, Booker. Three-pointer, O'Neal. That shot, no good. Nice D from Tatum. Boston's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to Queta. Soft touch off the glass.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Gillespie passes to Booker. Green with a screen on Brown. To the middle. Outside for Booker. Lets it go from deep. Gets the 3 to fall.
And there is no doubt about it. Booker is one of the best catch-and-shoot options in this league.
And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, BA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
Now, here's Green. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Boston. Booker against Brown. Booker surveying the floor. Shoots over Brown. Booker can't get it to go.
The defense really didn't do enough to alter that shot. It's simply a miss.
Hauser. No good with the triple.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Oh, Booker is too good of a shooter if you don't get there in time.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Derek White is an impact player, but is he a star in this league? White said, "I'm not into labels. I just know whatever the team needs, I'm ready to do it." And what does this team want from him? He said, "Be aggressive, don't defer." And hearing that from great players, it just gives you confidence. BA, back to you.
An impact player. Thank you, Allie. Sinks the tray.
Yeah, the way Tatum shares the ball really completes his package.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Here's Booker, and he drains the quick shot. Booker's got 7.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Phoenix making some changes. Dunn, he's checked in for O'Neal, and it's Allen in for Gillespie. And Boston with some changes. Pass to Walsh, out left to the wing. 1:14 left in the first quarter of the game. Out to the right wing. Here's Pritchard. The 15-footer is good.
Well, that's a shot that some defenses can give up, but not to that guy.
Pritchard against Booker. Shoots over Pritchard. Again, Phoenix. Good for two.
And continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
Pass to Garza. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Walsh from behind the arc. The rebound by Allen.
And that's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. You can't allow any space.
Here's Booker. 9 points in the game, and so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Peyton Pritchard picks one up.
Well, Devin Booker has such a scorer's mentality. When he steps on the floor, he is hungry, and he is ready to get his team their next bucket.
Both free throws good from Booker.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
Boston trailing. Outside Tatum. And he banks in the layup.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Devin Booker. He's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for Phoenix. 11. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone, and welcome back to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. All right, guys, what stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
Yeah, the energy was there, the communication was there. I think they can build on this going forward.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. We've got Jason Tatum, and it's Shireman in at the 2 spot. You think of the reputation that Grayson Allen had coming into the league. He's changed the narrative for the better, Tim.
Well, he's still hard-nosed, but it's not necessarily what he's known for anymore. Rather, he's a great 3-and-D option who can occasionally give you that hard foul.
Pass to Dunn. Here's Goodwin. Shot clock at 6. Over Tatum. Goodwin, no good. Celtics trail by 3. Gonzalez passes to Pritchard. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. A shot by Garza, no good. Now here's Allen. Defense right on him. To the inside. Here's Goodwin. And Pritchard pulls it down. And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for Boston. Looking ahead, they've got the Warriors coming to town for their next game. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. Picked it! Pass to Dunn. And now the Suns, fast break. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Phoenix shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And so the timeout by Jordan Ott here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. A different look for Phoenix. O'Neal, he's checked in for Malawach. Devin Booker comes in for Coffee, and Gillespie is subbed in for Goodwin. And he makes a first. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, with teams seeking switchable defenders, there's a specific player type that could be losing value, those smaller scoring-minded combo guards. You think of the Cole Anthony, Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarksons of the world, perhaps not as sought after as before with teams looking for positional size and versatility.
They'll be challenged for certain. All right, Shams, thanks for the report. A nice shot by Walsh.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
Outside for Booker. Allen with a screen on White. Allen outside. Booker against White. 4 on the clock. From the wing. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 13.
Another one for Booker. He is known for these scoring bursts, and we're seeing it again tonight.
Pritchard gets it to go.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
The Suns leading. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Allen on the wing. There's a screen. The Suns need to get off a shot. And Booker with the jam.
If there's anything Booker can't do on a basketball court, I want to know all about it, because tonight he's doing it all.
Outside, Brown. Outside, White. Pass to Brown. Fires for 3. O'Neal pulls it in. Phoenix leading by 3. From 17. Booker missing again. The Celtics have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. And Grant, you played a half-decade in Phoenix. What stands out the most?
Well, B.A., a great city with great fans. And that exciting run in 2010 where we made it to the conference finals.
The floater. The shot off that time. Tatum with some nice D. Pritchard from outside. The Suns clear it. O'Neal's got 4 rebounds now. Tatum against Booker. Shoots over Tatum. And the Suns miss again. Celtics trail by 3. Here's White. O'Neal pulls it in. O'Neal's got 5 rebounds in the game. Booker against Pritchard. Fires from 14. He hits again. 7 for 13 and looking confident.
Well, Booker doesn't have any weaknesses. The mid-range area is somewhere he thrives.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. You know, Tim, despite never averaging double-figure scoring, Royce O'Neal is a steady presence.
Yeah, B.A., he was undrafted in 2017, and he's been traded for a first-round pick multiple times. He's a rugged defender, very strong at 6'4", about 225. He can help you win games.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Iguodaro, he's checked in for Dunn. And Jalen Green subbed in for Allen. Here's Gillespie. No points yet. Green with a screen on White. Booker, the pass to Green. In close, Green puts it in.
And fighting his way through. Green not afraid in there with the big boys.
Celtics trail by 4. Outside White. Back to Pritchard. Nice ball movement by Boston. And the 3 off target.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there, because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
Booker's shot is good.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them reduce their attempts from downtown. And quite frankly, I think that's a good idea.
Brown looking around. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
That's just a...
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Welcome, everybody. The Miami Heat will go up against the Hornets in Charlotte. 7 p.m. Eastern is the tip-off.
Either team could come away with the W and win this one.
And let's talk now about the first half of our game. Guys, how about Devin Booker?
Well, he scored well, but has been economical with his shots, picking his spots, not really forcing a lot, which allows everyone else to stay involved.
Yeah, he's putting up the points, but they're winning as a team right now.
Appreciate you joining us.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
The Suns lead by 4. They've got Devin Booker, Green out there with Royce O'Neal, and it's Gillespie in at the point. And that's the group for Jordan Ott as we begin the second half. Booker against Brown. Shot clock at 5. Here's Green. Ooh, Green wanted those two.
I love it. What concentration. Green taking the contact well and converting with confidence.
Here's White. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
People were worried that this would slow the action down.
The previous play is under review.
Smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still heaved.
And a chance now to check out the scoring distribution between the front court and back court players tonight for Phoenix.
It's been their guards who have really carried the weight offensively. They'd appreciate some more production out of their front court, but for now, their backcourt has kept them in it.
All right, Tim, back in 1996, you led the league in three-point percentage. You shot 52% on 3 attempts per game. Talk about the hot hand.
Well, B.A., it shows you how much the game has changed. I had the green light, but it was a different shade of green. I still only took 3 per game. Now you have multiple guys every night that will take 3 in the first quarter.
That green light's now neon green for many.
No doubt.
Brown against Booker. Left side, Brown. Outside Tatum for the tie. Jason Tatum, he's a sharpshooter.
That's money in the bank for Tatum. Easy to see why he takes so many threes.
On the wing, Green. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Iguodala, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Smart move with the ball by Green. He didn't like what the play got him, so he gives it away.
White looking it over. Brown inside. Booker defending. Here's White. White coming through.
I like the way they've established their offense to start the half. 3 straight makes.
Brown against Booker. Outside, Green. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. Booker's got his 3rd assist of the night.
You love the confidence Green has. He wastes no time going up with the shot.
Pass to Tatum. And again, Boston with the triple.
This is the second half start they were hoping for. 4 straight field goals out of the gate.
You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. You appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal. Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, the Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, the closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control, things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you. Ryan?
Staying dialed in. Allie, thanks very much for the report. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. O'Neal's got 6 rebounds in the game. Down low. Here's Booker. And Booker with the jam.
Yeah, full force behind that jam. D-Book looking to send a message.
White, the pass to Queta. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on O'Neal. These are his first free throws of the game. Phoenix making a switch here. Allen's checked in. Pritchard's checked in for Boston. Phoenix leading by 4.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's Gillespie. Still without a bucket. Allen, the pass to Green. And it's Green punching it home.
What hops from Green, going up high and taking it right to the hoop.
And Tatum's got the ball here for the Celtics. White finds Brown. Back to White. Nice ball movement by Boston. Right side Tatum. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
And look at Tatum getting aggressive inside.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
Well, they have really taken advantage of the mid-range area of the floor. It's been open for them all night.
There's a screen. Allen, the pass to Highsmith. Good work there as it goes.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Celtics trail by 7. Outside Pritchard. Cranked it in off the glass. Pritchard's got 7 points.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half, getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
Wow, Green with the flush.
I'll tell you what, I mean, he is a creative, explosive finisher at the rim. Green loves putting on a show.
A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. Here's Tatum. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Allen, the pass to Green. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Boston has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Garza's shot is good.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
And here is Green. He's got 13. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Here's Garza. The third quarter comes to a close. The Suns on top. They lead by 5. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your 2-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, the pass was so effective. Great job moving the ball with purpose.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. On the court right now for the Celtics, they've got Peyton Pritchard, and it's Tatum in at the 4.
Well, give the defender credit. Sometimes it's enough to force the miss.
Here's Shireman. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Oh, you can't let Booker get that close.
I mean, some good stuff out here. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come off of nice passes.
Pass to Tatum. Shoots from 14. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And Tatum is really a prototypical player for today's NBA. He's a do-it-all wing with great size, an effective jump shot. Plus, he's got that hunger you want in a star player.
Walsh is checked in for Boston. And we played through about a minute here in the 4th. Booker, the pass to Allen. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup. And the Suns lead by 6.
Well, he will shoot it from there. If he gets any daylight defensively, you've got to anticipate that, and you've got to stay in touch with Allen.
Gonzalez. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, he was hoping to respond with a 3 of his own. He just couldn't get it to go.
Outside Booker. Lets it go from the wing. Boston with a rebound.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Well, that is the shot he should be looking for. He's just got to hope for better luck next time.
They've been playing with much greater physicality this half. Getting themselves to the free throw line is a bust.
Iguodaro, he's checked in for the Suns. Coffey comes in for Goodwin. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Boston. Derek White comes in for Shireman. White against Allen. Right side Booker. Ooh, some contact there. No issue for Booker, though.
No, Booker's strength is underrated, and it was on display with that finish.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. A different look for Phoenix. O'Neal, he's checked in for Highsmith. Jalen Green comes in for Coffey. And Gillespie is subbed in for Allen. Bassey, he's checked in for Boston. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. He told his guys to up their aggressiveness on the defensive end, saying this game is all about who can get stops right now. I need you guys to bring some more energy on defense. That's how we'll get this win. Guys?
Thanks for that, Allie. Screen by O'Neal. Booker, the pass to O'Neal. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
That's a great read from Booker, finding his teammate on that pick and roll.
Outside, Brown. Pass to Tatum. The 3 is up. The Suns clear it.
And at this point, the defense is daring him to shoot.
Now here's Booker. Yes, sir! That one's good!
Well, certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
Outside Tatum. Oh, the slam! Off a fantastic lead pass. What a play!
Coming into the league, putting up points was no problem for Tatum, but now he's creating scoring opportunities for others.
Outside Booker. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Tatum. Here's the pass to Brown for 3. Ooh, the shot misses.
Well, let's make no mistake about it. If you want to cut into this lead, you're going to have to generate much better shots than that.
Outside Booker. He launches. And Booker cash on the 3.
As simple as it gets for Booker right there. An easy release, and it looked good from the moment it left his hand.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. And Boston with some changes. Queta comes in for Bassey. And it's Hauser in for Pritchard. And here comes the break. Oh, they get a hand on it. Green taking the bump.
And what fire from Green under pressure. Basically, he ignores the foul and gets his shot.
All right, Legs, when it comes to rim protection, other than Victor Wembanyama, who's at the top of your list?
Well, certainly his fellow countryman Rudy Gobert would be up there, but I also like guys like Jaren Jackson Jr. and Evan Mobley because I like guys who combine shot blocking with mobility on the perimeter.
Such an influx of great talent with size in the NBA right now.
Great list of young guys who can do both.
No question. Booker excels at finding shots. He can be a real point machine.
They set the screen. Now White jacks up a three. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
He's done a great job filling up the box score, but so far it just hasn't been enough. He needs help.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Suns.
They were the more accurate club, and in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And tonight's win will give them an even 40 on the year.
And with this victory, they managed to avoid the embarrassment of getting totally swept in this season series.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Devin Booker.
Yeah, he was just laser focused in that game. It got to the point where you just knew if he shot it, it was going in.
Just money from the line. Tatum knows the importance of making free throws.
Now Booker. Clock at 6. And no one in the vicinity.
Got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
So no problem for Phoenix as they get the win. This one was a fun one to watch.